Good morning, kindergarten. Are you ready to do a science experiment with me this morning? So before we do our science experiment, I want to review a little bit what we've been learning about plants. So everyone should have your packet by now, and in your packet there's this pretty sheet that we went over in my other lesson, and we talked about the parts of a plant. Can you tell me what part this is? The flower. Great job. What about this big, long green part? Do you remember what that's called? The stem. Very good. What about these little green things right there? What are those? Leaves. Yes, you're doing so great. Last one. What are these things down here under the ground? The roots. Very good job. That is what we learned about the other day with my video on plants. And we also talked about how they grow. So we had this page, and we talked about how it starts as a little baby seed, and then that little seed starts to sprout. Well, then that sprout starts to grow into a seedling, okay? And after the seedling grows, a little bud starts to form, which is going to make the flower. Now, last time when I showed you our plant that I'm growing, the pea plant, it had a sprout. Well, I want to show you in a couple days what it's already done. Are you ready to see? Look at that, it's growing. Do you see that? Aren't those beautiful? Our pea plants are growing. I am so excited. I can't wait to see how much bigger they get. I'll keep showing you them every now and then. We'll take a check and we'll see what they're doing. And if you have plants at home, be watching them and be sharing with me how they're growing, okay? All right, so we're going to talk about something new today before our experiment. We're going to talk about what plants need. Everyone echo me. Say, plants need 4 things. Water, air. Can you breathe out air? The sun, make the sun. And the dirt or soil, soil, okay? So these are on our picture. We have the soil, we have the water, we have the sunlight, and the air outside, okay? So today we're going to talk about the water part. There is something called the water cycle, and it's how water is made and how water helps plants grow. Without water, the plants wouldn't grow. My plant here, as you can see, the dirt is a little dark because I had to put water in it, okay? I put water in it and then I put it in the window where it has sunlight so it can grow, okay? That water is important. Just like we need water to stay healthy, the plants need water. So in the water cycle, there's 3 words we're going to learn. There's evaporation. Can you say evaporation? Good job. These are some big words. There's precipitation. Say precipitation. And there is condensation. We're going to do this to make some clouds. Can you do condensation? Very good. So I'm going to tell you how this works, but first I'm going to tell you what these words mean. So evaporation is where water becomes a gas. Now, have you ever seen mommy or daddy cook on the stove and you see the steam coming up off the pot? That is evaporation. The water is making that steam to go up to the sky, and it's making that's a gas, and so it's going up. It's called evaporation. The water is disappearing into the sky. We can't even really see it when it happens all the time. So it's really cool. Then when the water gets in the sky, it starts to make clouds. Did you know the clouds have water in them? And when the clouds get too full, that's when the water comes out, okay? And the water comes down. That's precipitation. It can be rain, or maybe if it's cold, it's snow, or if it's really, really cold, it may be ice. And that water in that rain and snow and ice comes down to the ground and it gets the ground wet. Well, then the sun comes out. And the sun heats up that water and makes that water evaporate back into the sky. So let me show you a picture of this. You guys see this? Okay, so here's the water. Now the water is going up to the sky. The sun is heating it up and it's going up. Look, it's making clouds. Okay, and there's even clouds over the mountain. So then the clouds get really full and the rain comes down to fill up the water again. Okay, and then the sun comes out and does the same thing, and the water goes up. It makes a cloud and it comes back down. So it goes evaporation, condensation, precipitation. Say that with me. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation. Now, sometimes the snow on the mountains, like in Flagstaff, the snow will start to melt and run down the mountain and it will get in with this water, okay? So that's called a runoff. So we have that too. I'll show you this one more time so you can look at this. So we're going to sing a little song, the water cycle song, okay? And we're going to do some hands with it. So I'm going to do it once first, and the second time you can do it with me, okay? Water moves in a cycle, yes it does. Water moves in a cycle, yes it does. It goes up as evaporation, forms clouds as condensation, comes down as precipitation, yes it does. All right, you ready to sing with me? Water moves in a cycle, yes it does. Water moves in a cycle, yes it does. It goes up as evaporation, forms clouds as condensation, comes down as precipitation, yes it does. Very good. Thank you for singing that with me. So one more time, I want you to echo me and I want you to say, the sun heats the water goes to the sky and makes clouds, then the rain comes down. Very good. Now I want to do a science experiment with you. I'm going to show you how when the clouds get really full, the rain comes down. So I have some water here. You see my big jug of water, and I'll put it down in a minute so I can show you. I also have shaving cream. These are things that you might have at home, okay, or that you can get at the store for really, really cheap. I think this shaving cream at our store was about $2, okay? I'm going to shake it up a little bit. I'm going to put some clouds on top of my water. Shake it up some more. There we go. Okay. You see all those clouds I have on there now? You see that? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some blue food coloring and I'm going to pour it on top of the clouds. This is my water, okay? My water is making my clouds. So I'm going to pour it on here. I'm going to use quite a bit. And we're going to watch and see what happens. Oh, look, do you see that? It's starting to rain. Look at the water coming down through the clouds. When the clouds get full of water, this is what it does. It rains. So this is our rainstorm. I want you just to watch it. Look how cool that is. Are you watching the rain come down? Isn't that neat? Look, there's some more coming down up here. Do you see that? Now, normally we would have done this in class, but we don't get to be in class to do this. So this is something that you could have an adult help you with at home, okay? Like there's my kitty in the background. Sunshine's watching the rain too. So all you have to do, and I can kind of show you, is look, the water on top there. I put the blue food coloring up there. And now it's making the rain. And look at the rain in the bottom. Look at all that. Isn't that so neat that it's raining in my jar? Put this up a little bit so you can see it. Look at all of that. Isn't that so cool? So this is something you can do at home. You can make your own rainstorm, okay? Thank you for doing the science experiment with me. I'm going to let you look at it for a few more seconds, and then I'm going to turn off the video, okay? I hope you have a wonderful day today. Have fun exploring outside and looking for your plants so you can see how they're growing and learn those plant parts, okay? I miss you. I love you. It's been so good to see some of you at meal drop-offs. I can't wait to talk to you and teach you some more tomorrow. Look at how it's blue. Most of my water is turning blue now. All right, there's our rainstorm experiment for this week. Bye, everyone.